All right, guys. Sorry about the first live stream there. Hopefully, you guys were able to find it back for this one. I don't know why, but my microphone wasn't picking up. So, just strange. That stuff will happen occasionally. I don't know. I had to log in and log out of my computer there. So, end up working out anyways. But yeah, we're going to be good to go for this one. So, I wanted to get into this video specifically because I noticed that we were getting this free square or discount, I guess I should say, on WNBA. So I wanted to start out with that. So give me a second here. And so, yeah, the promotion, I'll pull it up on Twitter. If it lets me. Give me a second here. Kind of scrambling just because it didn't work the first time. So apologies there. All right, here we go. So the WNBA promotion, we got a payout boost. And so the way I originally kind of read this was that they were going to give us this payout boost. And I'm assuming the promo is going to range for some people. I've seen 50, I've seen 20. So I'm assuming everyone's is a little bit different. But just check that. What I tried to do right before this live stream was see if we could do 5 or like 10 individual bets on this to get that 6x payout. So that's what this is going to be. It's a 3-pick power that if you hit, it's going to be a 6x pick. Okay, so there is some risk with this. It's not a protected play. So I think that's noteworthy. Okay, it's not protected. And I thought maybe we could kind of scheme our way, bet all the outcomes of a 3-slip bet, power bet, and get free money out of that. That is not the situation. So if anyone else had that thought, I wanted to just kind of go over that for you guys just to make sure you weren't making that mistake. So again, this is not a protected slip. So this one that I'm about to show you is a little bit of, you got to proceed with some slight, I don't want to say caution, but just be understanding of that. So here's the slip that I'm running out right now for the WNBA slate. So the 2 ones that I was already running out earlier on today were these 2. The data was telling us that these were going to be 2 good prop bets that we were getting. Courtney Williams was originally over 26.5 for her fantasy score. And then Alyssa Thomas was over 43 for her fantasy score. Those are the 2 good ones. Those are 2 that I tweeted out earlier on today. When we look at the average sportsbook line, the projection data, everything is telling us that those are going to be good bets for the over there. Which, it's WNBA. We'll see if that holds up, ends up being true. And then we have one other one here that, just looking at the data was good enough, pretty much was the summary of it. It's not a good day today in general. That's why I'm coming out with a live stream right now, because we just didn't have any good bets. We had one other good bet on the day. It was, I think, Brian Reynolds for over his fantasy score. Thankfully, that hit. But that's really it. We didn't have that many good prop bets today. So that was part of the issue that I had today with today's slays, that we literally had 2 good WNBA bets. So I'm glad that they're running out this promotion. But I also kind of wish it was protected. But obviously, if we can turn a 3-slip bet into a 6-slip, we'll take that. That is pretty good odds there. So again, proceed with caution here. But I wouldn't say if it's if you have the 50 max, I wouldn't say you have to do 50. If you have 20 max, I wouldn't say you have to do that. Obviously we want to take advantage of the promos. If you have the bankroll to do the full amount, probably want to do the full amount, but at the same time, I wouldn't change your bankroll management strategy. And I do want to echo that home, because some people might just max out whatever the entry is, and that might not be part of their budget or part of their strategy each day. Stick to your strategy is kind of the thing I always like to call out. So I do want to get into some more prop bets here while I'm live, so give me a second here. But I did want to hammer that home. So we got Alex saying that he likes Angel Reese for over 20.5 points, rebounds, and assists. I did see that was a popular one. I didn't see why it was a popular one, though, data-wise. So I'm not saying that's a bad bet or anything like that. And I'll try to pull that up here on my end. It feels like she's a popular name, and that's why people are betting on her. Let's see here. I don't know if we have a line on her either. So let me pull that up. Here we go. Oh, I got to change the screen again. 1 second. Let me change the screen. 1 second. I need to just flip back and I'll change the screen. Here we go. All right. So, yeah, we're not getting a points, rebounds, and assists prop line. So that's probably what it is when it comes down to it. So we got points and rebounds, 18.5. So I guess I see what you're seeing there. Does she have assists at all? What's her assist line at today? We're not getting an assist line for her either. I guess it's kind of tough to compare it against that. But yeah, everyone's kind of betting this one. I'm assuming just because she's been right around there. Yeah, I wouldn't. I don't know. I'm not forcing it. Again, I like the fantasy score ones that I'm already on just because kind of the data says that those are good ones. I was interested in why this one was pulling up as much as it is as well. Kind of just looked at it. It's basically, I'm not saying it's one that you shouldn't bet on, but it's probably just more of a push. So again, the three that we're looking at, I'll pull it up here. I might as well. Alyssa Thompson for over her fantasy score. Not. I don't think we need to go crazy with the projection data. I have noticed that the projection data with WNBA, for the most part, is a little bit more, let's just say, aggressive with the lines. But it is, obviously we like seeing that. And then the average sportsbook line would have the set closer at 46.2. And so, again, just looking at it, pull up her game log here. 43 is a lot, especially for WNBA, right? It has seemingly been 24 in the first game. Not sure if that was a blowout. And then 3 pretty solid games other than that. And maybe this was that, I don't want to say it was that preseason, but was it? I'm not a WNBA expert by any means. So if any of you guys know that off the top of your heads, let me know. But, 3 straight games of being right around there. So we don't mind that. And then the other one there that was really popping up is going to be Courtney Williams. Now, WNBA had been decent up until I called out that it had been decent on, I think it was 2 videos ago. So maybe we're gonna have a good day today. Again, we don't have a big enough of a sample just yet to see whether or not we're getting a massive edge with WNBA. But typically speaking, these fantasy score ones are going to be our edge, and so 27 for her. This got bumped up 0.5 from earlier on the day. Kind of unfortunate. Underdog still has at 26.5, but again, projection data likes the over. The average sportsbook line would have the set at 30, but I have it set at more of a 50-50. So again, neither of these two seem like lock and loads, but they're decent as well. And so I did get a question here as well from B-Don about a fantasy score. So the interesting thing here is with WNBA, a lot of the time we're not getting enough lines for most of these players to have a correct average sportsbook line, if that makes sense. So we're not getting the full steals, turnovers, blocks, points, rebounds, and assists, points, rebounds, and assists. A lot of the times we're not getting that full sample so that I can, have that on the board, if that makes sense. The data, that's kind of a validation that it has, is that it needs all those data points to come in to give an accurate line. And I believe that was one of them that was not coming in because we didn't have enough of the sports books giving us enough lines. That's the biggest issue with WNBA. Like you guys saw with Angel Reese, is that we're just not getting the typical lines that we would typically get. So let's see if we are, though, or kind of what kind of lines we're getting, just to try to answer it. So points, rebounds, and assists is at 34.5. I'm not sure what her line is right now. 43. Yeah, it's tough to say based off that, but that's why it's not popping up. So let me talk about that other one that was popping up and kind of why I'm rolling with it. And it'll kind of make sense if you guys follow for the MLB props that I give out. It's kind of the same thing that I'm doing with this one. So right here. And so I'm looking at this. It's, the average sportsbook line's kind of giving this as a, 33 for the line, 32.8, about a 50-50 split there. Again, the projection data likes the over. Underdog would be a little bit higher by 0.5. And so it's only about a 51.7% likelihood to hit. Those other two were much better than that. But at the same time, we're not really getting any other good bets like the Natasha Cloud one. I don't particularly love, especially the fact that the projection data is, saying that more at 31. So again, kind of going back to how I approach MLB, I want the data points to correlate. And so that's not what's occurring right now. So yeah, we're getting a question here about just pitching in general, like pitching out props. And so let's just pull that up here. I get it ready on my end, the MLB portion here. And typically speaking, we're not getting that many good pitching props in terms of pitching outs because those get bumped right away. That's kind of the big issue. So a lot of times they'll be at, 0.5, whatever it is, 15.5, 16.5, 17.5. And then they'll get bumped up or down based off of what the average sportsbook line is telling us we should do. So let's jump into MLB. You're going to see why I didn't want to do. I shouldn't say didn't want to do, but this is why I didn't plan on originally doing a video, is that we're just not getting good MLB prop bets really, really at all. That's the issue. You can make a case for Grayson Rodriguez for under his pitching fantasy score just slightly. Compared to Underdog, it probably should be down one, but that's really it. We had one good MLB prop bet today, and it cashed earlier. I think the game's still going on. So that's my issue with today, is that we're just it's a bad board. It just is. Not all days are created equal, and that's today. It kind of is what it is with that. So I do want to jump into some MLB, seeing if we're getting any good ones there. And again, I don't think we are. Maybe. Okay. Derek White over his points, 15.5. Projected to get 17.6. Current line is at 16.5. This one's interesting. This one might have got bumped since I started, because let's see. That's too good of a prop bet to not be on. Okay, it did. It's unfortunate. So that sucks. It makes sense why it would be bumped. Easier matchup. If that's still available on Underdog, we could run that out. But this is the exact issue that I have with giving out non-fantasy score prop bets, because they get bumped so fast. So I'm imagining Derek White points, rebounds, and assists also got bumped. Let's see that. 26.5. Wait. Okay, yeah. That's unfortunate. So the points and assists also got bumped. So kind of unfortunate there. And yeah, we're just not getting great fantasy scores. It's just a bad day today, and except for those two WNBA props. So hopefully they hit. I hate kind of sound like a broken record, but it is kind of just that type of day. Now, I do think we are getting a sleeper promotion either today or tomorrow, probably tomorrow. Sleeper protected pick. I'm checking my app right now just to see. And I don't think we are yet. I'm assuming it's going to be for tomorrow. I follow their Twitter account, where I got to pull this up here for you guys. So give me a second. This is funny. Whoever runs the sleeper Twitter account you can easily see what they're doing. Good for them. Like, it's their marketing, but I need to show this to you guys because I always find it funny. One sec. Okay, here it is. So this is, to me, this is clearly whoever runs the Twitter account or their marketing program. This is clearly them just like texting themselves, not actually asking their boss. I think everyone probably knows that, but it's just funny the amount of effort that goes into like selling this approach. So this will be MLB. So run it back tomorrow. So I'm assuming, yeah, that'll be tomorrow. MLB only protected pick. So I'll probably try to cover that tomorrow. But I've just always find that little bit that they try to run out to be pretty funny there. Let's just jump into a little bit of Underdog as well while we're here, seeing if we're getting any good Underdog prop bets. I don't think we are, but you never know. So I'll take a peek at that. A little bit better. So Bo was someone that we were looking at for over fantasy score. I think it was 3 days ago or 3 slates ago, three videos ago, I should say. So now the data is liking his under fantasy score. I would say that's a good bet that we are getting. So Underdog, we got one good bet. That's obviously, we like that. And I need to add the data correlates tab to the Underdog sheet. Maybe that'll be tomorrow's task. I'm always just updating stuff. That's kind of my issue. So apologies for that if you guys are more of an Underdog user rather than a PrizePicks user. We got Jordan for over his fantasy score. If you were to give the PrizePicks line, it'd be about 7.2. That's not bad as well. So I would say, a little bit better day for Underdog purposes. Say those are 2 good bets. Probably don't need to go crazy with it, but not bad. Let's see. NBA wise, we'll start with NBA wise. Yeah, again, this Derek White one got bumped. Points for Ben Shepherd, maybe. I don't like touching those backups in these playoffs. I don't know. I'm just not a big fan of playoff prop betting in kind of the mathematical way that, I present in these videos, because it is a little bit more, I don't want to say random, but a little bit more random. So I'll get into the Underdog WNBA one here. And then it's pretty much it. If you guys have any questions on any prop bets that you like, I can try to pull it up. Kind of a straightforward video, though. So here, basically the same prop bets that we had available for Prize Picks are available for Underdog WNBA wise. I did check discrepancies wise. We're really not getting that much. So I'll recap the WNBA slip that I'm running out. And then we got those 2 decent ones for MLB, and that's pretty much it. Okay, so you just got Halburn free square. Is that everyone, or is that just you? Because that'd be nice. That'd be real nice. And then the question becomes, all right, do we run out these WNBA prop bets, one of them or 2 of them, or do you run out the 2 MLB prop bets that we were getting that were decent? That'd be up to you. So it'd be Bo under fantasy score, and then Westberg for over his fantasy score. Could do that. Curious. Yeah. I'll check real quick on my end to see if everyone got that. I typically just look at Twitter to see if they posted that. It doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like they didn't tweet about it. That being a free square for everyone. Typically they do, but typically it's a little bit later. I'm just going to check on my end, try to log in now. Underdog is extremely low or slow for me. I don't know if that's the case with everyone else, but like, man, it is extremely slow on both my phone and desktop. So yeah, I'm not seeing a free square. I mean, that's not out of the norm. They do free squares like based off its location sometimes. So, or just random reasons and stuff. So kind of makes sense. So again, I do want to recap real quickly kind of the WNBA for anyone that just joined and kind of why we're looking at it. So running out a 3 slip bet today for WNBA. And so again, I just want to recap. So originally my thought here was that this would be something that you're going to get a boosted 3-pick power. And I'm pretty sure everyone's boost is going to be up to 6, a 6 slip flex. So if it cashes, it's going to cash as a 6 slip bet rather than a 3 slip bet. So that's obviously huge, right? You're turning a 5x into a 25x, which is awesome. What I originally thought is that we could just, manipulate the system, whatever the max bet amount is, we could kind of just cover all the possible outcomes with a 3 slip bet. That is not the case. Okay. So you only get 1 bet. Okay. So what I did is I tried to do that. Then I did a refund, and now I placed 1 bet. And so I'll show you guys the 1 bet that I have placed for this. But real quickly, let's jump back into the Underdog. So yeah, this is what happens is just Underdog has a bunch of different promotions for different states and stuff. I'm not really sure kind of how that works and everything. There's plenty of times on the Discord where someone will call out a promotion that isn't available for me. It is mostly just on Underdog. I'm a little bit upset for like Underdog and Prize Picks. They have like arenas now, or just a lot more head-to-head stuff. I feel like I'd do pretty good at that. Unfortunately, that's not available in my state, so kind of unfortunate there. But every state has their own little different nuances to it, so that's part of the nuances of props betting and really just giving out content for props betting as well. But let's see here. So yeah, let's jump back into that WNBA slip, and then I'll be getting out of here, guys. Kind of a quick, easy video. Wish there's more. I really do. I'm happy that I can come out with a video today because of this WNBA promotion that they had, but just a terrible board today. So again, Courtney Williams, we're looking at her for her over fantasy score. The average sportsbook line would have the line set at 29 or so, and it'd be about a 50-50. The projection data likes the over, so decent edge. Unfortunately, this was at 26.5 earlier on in the day. Got bumped slightly, which, I mean, it's never a bad sign. This second one is the one that's probably the most risky. So I think it was it Alex earlier? Yeah, Alex said they liked Angel Reese better, for the PRA. And then I think someone else, Chris said that he liked her less than 20.5 PRA. So, like if this is the one that you want to sub out for one of those, like another bet that you like personally, like that would be the first one I do, because on paper, this one is not as good. That'd be the approach. Again, it's a 3-slip bet. Typically, we don't run out 3-slip bets on PrizePicks because the payout is terrible. Today we are for WNBA because, well, they're trying to force us into making an entry. And I know that there are some, like if you go to the promos tab, there are some other slips out there. I don't know. I never run those out. But it's clear that they're trying to get you to run those out as well. It's good promotion for them. I mean, PrizePicks is so good at their advertising and marketing. It's just so much better than everyone else. I have a marketing background. That's what I went to college for. So I'm always like in awe of how much just better PrizePicks is than like Underdog and Sleeper. And that's why I laughed at the Sleeper thing earlier. But Alyssa Thomas, getting back into her, she has crushed this over twice. And the projection data really likes the over. The average sportsbook line would have this closer to, I think it was 46. So both Courtney Williams, though, and Alyssa Thomas, like the average sportsbook line is a 50-50 at their line. So for Courtney Williams, it's like 29. For Alyssa Thomas, it's 46, but it's a 50-50 at those lines. So when you adjust it down for the PrizePicks line, we are getting an edge there. But the nice thing is the projection data also agrees. Typically, that's a good thing. So again, I'm not a WNBA expert at all. We're hoping for this game to probably be higher scoring because they're facing each other, which is also a good thing about this as well. So it could be one of those situations where they both cash, or maybe neither of them cash, and maybe that's a way that I hedge. I don't know. Probably won't do that, but that'd be something that you could do. So I think that's going to be all, guys. Again, I wish I could do a longer video. I wish we had more prop bets, but we're just not getting that today. So that is going to do it for today's live stream. If you could leave a like and subscribe. I will try to do more live streams. I don't know. Is this a good time for most people for me to do a live stream, like later on in the afternoon or early AM? I'm kind of curious about that. And you can answer that after the live stream is done as well, because I could do that more often. There's so many times throughout the day where I'll want to do a video, but then the board kind of, like today, the board just sucks throughout the morning. And then it's like, all right, I could come out with the video at 1 p.m., 2 p.m. And the life of that video is like 3 hours, and that does hurt the channel. There's the YouTube side of it as well. So yeah, that's going to do it for today, guys. Good luck today. Fingers crossed that the WNBA slip hits. Again, use your normal bankroll, I would say, for that slip, because it's not protected at all. So I don't need you guys opening up your bankroll more. Like I think it's like $50 and $20 are the max promos for that. But let's say someone has 100, and that's not your normal bankroll. Like, don't do that, obviously. Like, it's great if it hits, but it's still going to be great if it hits at your normal bankroll management. So just want to echo that. But yeah, that's going to be all. Thanks for watching, guys. Good luck. And as always, let's keep cashing.